So welcome to Cash Flow Mondays, the show where I have 20 minutes to find 2 ways I would double a company if I was your CEO. I just want to show you what I just saw. Steve, I missed your NFT funnels. Their way to see the replay. I'm launching an NFT. So it's no secret. NFTs are allowed. They're here to stay. There's a ton of people using them. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to show you how I'm using NFTs. If you don't know what they really are yet, that's fine. I'm going to set a timer here. I'll give you a 2-minute quick and dirty on what it is. We're going to dive on into this. And what I want to do is share with you guys. Now, if you're like, hey, like the NFT stuff, I don't get it. That's fine. I'm inviting you to be open just for a moment about what they are and how it works. And if you're like, look, it's techno babble. Yeah, it is. There's some new vocab to learn with it. That doesn't mean you shouldn't learn it though. It's affecting everything. And very soon, you'll be able to buy all of my stuff with crypto versus money, and it will be at a steep discount compared to money, and for a lot of cool reasons that I'll probably share, if not here, then somewhere else. So let's dive into it. So NFT space, what is it? First off, you have to understand that the NFT space is not crypto itself. There are 3 silos inside of the NFT world. The first is crypto itself. Let me just teach real fast, and then we're going to dive into Jodine's scenario. Cryptocurrency is misnamed. People are very afraid of the boogeyman in crypto, and they think that the government's going to come on in and slap it. I'm not saying there won't be more regulations they attempt to put in. I'm sure that will happen. The greedy, disgusting business of the government is broke, and their nasty, slimy, gross, grotesquely gigantic hands reach into all of our pockets and steal what is mine and what I have rightfully created in the way of taxes, which are completely illegal. And I have such a massive, very fiery YouTube videos about that topic. That's not the purpose of this here though. But in 2014, the government came in, the IRS deemed crypto as not a currency. Cryptocurrency is misnamed. It just is a name that's stuck. It should be called crypto asset. What they did is they deemed crypto as an asset, not a currency. And it's one of the reasons why we're like, oh, it's the boogeyman. Not really. The big slap is coming. It already did in 2014. Crypto's not new. NFT's not new. People are waiting for this thing that a lot of it has already happened. They just don't know that, and they're not apprised of it because they're not in that world, and that's fine. So think about it like this. Cryptocurrency is what we'll call it still, just because it's the name. But again, it is so misnamed. It should be called crypto asset. Is broken into 3 silos. The first silo is crypto itself. Crypto. The next is NFT space. And the next is DeFi. All right. Now, these 3 silos are really, really important because you have to understand how they work. With the crypto space, and I'll only monologue here for like another 2 minutes, all right? This is just the fast and dirty of what it is. Crypto, think of it like the stock market. What does the stock market do? It goes up, and then it goes down, then it goes back up, and goes back down. And I actually got my start in entrepreneurship with chart trading with Robert Kiyosaki's courses. So I'm not new to stocks and options, especially options. Options are amazing. And I like chart analysis, not fundamental. I don't like fundamental at all. But chart analysis is where you're like, hey, look at that. It's drawing the line from here to there and there to there. That means I should probably do the buy right there. And ooh, look, there's going to be a drop around that point. So I'm going to put a stop loss right here. So I have more background in that than you guys probably realize. So think of the stock market like that. And it's simply cryptocurrency. When you look at Bitcoin, and people are like, look at the price of it. Yeah, the value of the dollar goes all over the place too. That doesn't mean that you don't go use a dollar to buy a loaf of bread. Don't freak out if and when the crypto world starts to go up and down, up and down, up and down. Welcome to the stocks, right? That's what it is. NFT space, think of it like products. A lot of you are already doing these principles. You just don't, if you're brand new, you just don't know that you've been doing the equivalent of what the crypto world's been doing. They just call it different stuff. That's like products. I'm going to go and I'm going to take a piece of crypto, and there's a lot of different kinds of it. Just like there's a dollar, there's also a euro. You know what I mean? There's also a yen, right? There's all these from different countries, if you will, the currencies with different values. Crypto's no different. Most popular, Bitcoin. Next one, Ethereum. Does that make sense? Solera, right? There's lots of different ones. Think of those as a nation's currency, and they have different values and trade rates. That's not foreign, just modeling what already has been. The product space, now I can go in and I can say, hey, I want that product right there. And that product right there, you know what? I'm going to accept ETH or Ethereum for that product, and you can give me some Ethereum and I'm going to give you the product. Now what's cool about the NFT space is that since you own the NFT, which is like a receipt, not a product, you're not buying a pixelated crappy picture of something barfing a rainbow, which is what I think is annoying with that space. What you're buying is the product and the receipt is the NFT. Guys, think about this. How many info products have you purchased? You can't get the money back. You bought the info product, regardless if you went through it, it's a sunk cost. What's powerful about the NFT space and why we're using it is that when the customer is done with the product, they can go exchange the NFT on the open market and get all their money back. So you understand how cool this is? It's the ultimate risk reversal. Still make a baller cool offer and just sell it using an NFT versus, this is called fiat if you don't know what that means, right? Instead of selling it with this, which is highly regulated, sell it with something that is as deregulated as can be. And then when they're done with it, whatever it is, product, service, anything you're in a normal business, right, to exchange with, they can turn back around and go sell that for whatever they want. They have ownership of it. They could triple the price you sold it at. And you still get a cut of the secondary sales. So you're not losing out just because they go resell your thing. This is huge because I'm stolen from so much. It's annoying. It almost got me out of the info space as a whole. I just middle finger walk out. Look, everyone's gonna steal from me like that anyway. Just figure out your own stuff. I don't have to share all the secrets. You see what I'm saying? This, in my mind, is what will preserve the info product space. Because now, no one can get the products except with a access with the NFT. That's why this is a huge deal. That's why all of us are freaking out about it. It's not these weird pictures of random junk. It is a way to exchange, and you already do that, but doing it on a network that is tracked, that everyone can see, that's public, called the blockchain, which we won't get into that now. That's why it's so huge. DeFi is just lending. Just decentralized finance. That's all it stands for. Is that a little crash course on why we all care about it so much? If you are interested in learning more about this, we're doing a free 5-day challenge. I did not plan this. It just so happens to be that you guys are asking and Jodine's thing popped up. But if you should go to buyyourfirstnft.com, buy your first NFT, firstnft.com, and bam, it's on July 11th. It's 5 days. It'll be like an hour each day. I'll give you a small piece of homework each time. I'll baby step walk you through this on how to get that set up. So it's buyyourfirstnft.com. No pressure to buy one, but if you want to learn how the simple tech, the simple vocab, I have had to go through. My first crypto was in 2017. That's when I bought it first. And then getting in the NFT space about a year ago, I was like, I had to wade through a bunch of freakish technobabble to get it this simple, okay? I'm trying to give you the simple of how we use it in the business sense, which now that's a great segue. Let's dive into Jodine's here. So before we do that, let's go read what she wrote and let's see how we can help her out. Alrighty. So this is Jodine. She says, so briefly, what do you sell? She helps people with NFT projects, how to create your own NFT project. Funnel links below, jodine.club. So we'll go to that in a second. And the major question, she says, I'm looking for the best overall strategy with the new market of crypto. Now, this is a great case study to go through because this is exactly what Russell went through with ClickFunnels. Think about the education that ClickFunnels has to go through in order to get people to understand ClickFunnels. A lot of you guys have amazing, sexy offers, and I've found that more often than not, your offers are good enough. But think about the gap that happens. There is, you got yourself your cool offer, and how many of you guys have a great offer? Probably all of you. So why doesn't it sell? Part of the reason I'm doing this show, I want you to see the pattern. Because one of the easiest ways to increase sales or introduce a new product to a marketplace is with a hook, not a sales message. They are different. Okay, so we have a sales message, and what's the job of the sales message? How do we measure the success of the sales message? It sells the offer. That activity right there, in my mind, is entrepreneurship. All right, that's entrepreneurship. I would wager that most people have a sales message and offer created. How come sales aren't flooding into you? It's because of this next piece. You got to learn how to create a hook, and the hook's role, how do we measure the success of a hook? The hook's role is to get people to consume the sales message. This is marketing. And they are different, right? Marketing and entrepreneurship, they're very different. Marketing and sales is very different, and they collide right here at the sales message. It's kind of a collaborative effort on the sales message piece. So the entrepreneur goes off, creates the offer, makes a cool product, finds a valuable solution to a valuable problem. That's entrepreneurship, right? And then they tee up everything's needed for a cool sales message. The marketing person comes in and they create a sweet hook. The hook's job is to sell the sales message, which job is to sell the offer. That's how it links together like that, right? And so when you're thinking about any new thing. Like, think about what Jodine's facing right here. She's she's looking to how to help people create their NFT projects. I hate red ocean, blue ocean, right? I know I've brought this up, but I hate red ocean, blue ocean. It is the hardest entrepreneurial endeavor, in my opinion. There are such easier paths. I am way more interested in red ocean, blue offer than red ocean, blue ocean. Ugh, barf. That's so much harder. That's good for big E entrepreneurship, but I want small E entrepreneurship, which is all about what I drew there. Let's ask ourselves, where would Jodine get the easiest sales? And think about, for you, whatever you sell, where would I get the easiest sales? I've often given the example of like a keto drink. This isn't it, but if I am selling a keto drink, who are the easiest sales? Existing keto drinkers. This is my beef. All right, I'm gonna say something here. I am very, very sorry to Eugene Schwartz. He's the one who came up with there's hot traffic, then there's warm traffic, then there's cold traffic. The problem with that is that we all use them without definition. I'm gonna go for cold traffic on my Facebook ads. I hope not. That sucks and very expensive. I never go for cold traffic with Facebook ads, any paid ads. Oh my gosh, awful. And they go, oh, they're on my warm list. Or someone goes, ooh, they're on my hot list. We all use them so, I hate this definition. My favorite way to do this type of work is I skip all of that. And all I want is someone who's already bought something. Buyer traffic trumps hot traffic. Because buyer traffic, you can be cold but still be a buyer. Does that make sense? You can be hot and not have bought something. I don't want to be somebody's first purchase into a red ocean. That sucks. The amount of education I have to give them is huge. For example, when someone comes to me and they say, Steven, can we work with you? If they have not read Expert Secrets, if they have not gone through the One Funnel Away Challenge, I do not work with them. That is my filter. Screw hot, warm, and cold. What I want is a stamp of how much they already know. I'm not saying that I can't sell somebody who doesn't know those things. It's like me doing a putt-putt competition across the world. I'm like, all right, here we go. Is there a chance? Totally. Is it probable? No. World's longest putt-putt shot. Please go, please go, please go. In terms of the amount of education I have to get them to even help them see they have a problem. Oh my gosh, I have a problem. Buyer-based traffic is already problem aware and have purchased something. You can be a hot traffic and already be problem aware, but not have purchased something. Blech. Very simply, to help Jodine answer a question of how should I get people involved in the crypto space, the easiest way is to sell people who've already been in crypto. As like backwards as it sounds, that's what red ocean blue offer means, is I'm gonna go to the existing red ocean, people who are problem aware, solution aware, and a buyer who have opened their wallet in the past and demonstrated their willingness to invest. And then they can turn back around and you can say to them, look, let me guess, you purchased the red ocean offers and you hate it. They're like, yeah! This is what I was writing about in the Expert Secrets book, in my section in that. I only want to sell the frustrated. The frustrated people are already buyers. And so let's go back to the actual question here itself. We got 4 minutes to show you. So number one, I would say that the easiest way for Jodine to do this is to go in and she said, I'm looking for overall best strategy with a new market of crypto. If it's just about sales, the easiest, so let's draw one more drawing right here. Has this been helpful first off? So I just feel like the people with messaging, they go all over the place and I don't blame them. This formula only became clear to me a year and a half ago. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's why we all struggle so much. This notion of red ocean, blue ocean, when a lot of us are not trying to build like ClickFunnels, we're just trying to make more money than we did in our 9 to 5. We're trying to make more money so we can have more time. If you're trying to build a market, yeah, go red ocean, blue ocean. But I gotta tell you, after having gone through what we did at ClickFunnels to grow it, what we did, I don't know if I have it in me to do that again. A lot of people have asked why I've not built the software yet. I got a little PTSD for what we went through, legitimately. All right, I don't know if I want to do that again. I'm down for small e-entrepreneurship right now. Not that I'm playing small, but it's just like, oh my gosh, like that was freaking murder. I mean, it was so intense, guys. So intense. Small e-entrepreneurship all the way, baby. And then what I'm going to learn how to do is buy and sell companies because that seems so much easier. And then I'll just go do my funnel stuff to existing companies rather than brand new startups. All right, so check this out. So we have this NFT space. And it's an important question to ask. Is NFT red? I would say no, right? It takes an average of 10 years to educate a marketplace on a new tech. NFT is still pretty darn blue, which means we can't really use some of the red ocean blue offer stuff I just went through. So we have to ask ourselves, if NFT is blue, what is its red? Think about it like that, because markets don't just spawn out of nowhere. They come from markets. NFT space even though I don't think it's red, I feel like comes and spawns from just the crypto world in general, right? First crypto came in, then people understood that it was a thing, then people started innovating off of it to create the NFT space and use it for products. I would say that this is more of what's going on. So in my mind, the two things that would blow this up the fastest is a hook, not a sales message, a hook that talks to frustrated existing buyers in two places. Number one, the NFT space. Go to the existing people who already understand it. The distance to sale in terms of education is really short because they already know it, they already get it. Think about what I'm doing with you right now. I have to teach you more because some of you don't know this stuff yet, and that's fine. But I have to teach this much education in order to get the, epiphany. I should get into this. People have already gone through this. Again, that's the reason I don't work with someone unless they've gone through the One Funnel Away challenge. I don't get anything with that. It's totally fine to have another company's product as your filter to your company. And that's exactly how I set this up. So the NFT space, I would find a hook, but I would find a really, really good hook that only talks to the frustrated people in the existing NFT market. The next thing I would do is I would go and I would speak directly to the crypto people who are frustrated. That's a different message. I would create a hook for them. And so the hook, let me give an example on these just so you know what I'm talking about. We want to define the frustrated for both, but they're two separate hooks because they're two separate markets. This is marketing. Look at me, look at how I'm seeing how markets relate. It's not when you post on Facebook and the timing thereof. I hate that. It is 100%, right? How markets relate and what someone knows as they leave one market to the next and what gets them to do that. That's very much marketing. If we think about this, let me just riff off an example here. Now listen to what I say on this. I call this a hook statement. So what I do is I say, let's start with the NFT one. Now what I want to get good at is describing, remember if this is a desert and I'm a water factory on the edge of the desert, all I got to do to make a good hook is get good at describing the desert. So let's try it. You've been in the NFT space for a little while now and have purchased your first few and have had some winners and some failures. And while you've made some money, it's too much of an emotional seesaw for you to just be flipping pictures of random pixelated stuff. You know the NFT space is the future of how we will all, or at least an option of how we will all transact moving forward. But what you don't know is how to take your existing company and blend the NFT space together. What would you do in the next 6 months with the coming financial scary times to help your business become bulletproof, serve the customer, and combine in the NFT space with your business? And then I would get something like combine NFT plus biz.com or something like that. Right? I'd tie the .com into whatever statement I just made. Does that make sense? Just making it up. That's way different than just being like combine NFT. You know what I mean? The reason we have buyyourfirstnft.com is who am I going for? I'm not going for any of these. I know that I have a following in the entrepreneurship space, and I'm trying to teach people why that comes in, which is why I bought buyyourfirstnft.com. Who does that speak to? My following, who largely is not in the NFT space. So I understand I have a larger road ahead of me, but that's fine. All right, second part. Let's make up one for crypto. And all you do is you keep thinking, what is frustrating an existing buyer right now? What is frustrating an existing buyer right now? This is how you join the conversation happening inside the person's head. In this moment, they'd be freaking out probably about the price of Bitcoin. All right, so there we go. There's the angle. You've made some big wins in the crypto space, specifically with Bitcoin and Ethereum, and have started to consider yourself a crypto trader. You don't mind so much that it fluctuates up and down in price. You're more seasoned and understand that you can win just as much when it drops as when it goes up. It has nothing to do with going up and down. Your financial know-how, from what you understood from the fiat stock market, has translated nicely, giving you a little bit of a cushion. But you are silently admitting you have fears over the upcoming regulations facing the crypto space. Are there regulations? I have no idea. But if I say that, they might be like, yeah. Does that make sense? It is speaking to their fear. As the crypto space continues to go up and down, you've dabbled in the NFT world, but have not yet made a complete jump into how it could be used in a real world tense. What would you do? Notice I always end with a question and a timestamp that makes something the present. What would you do in the next 6 months to hedge your risk in crypto trading by moving into the NFT space without risking your wallet? Ooh, wallet in terms of like, if you know what a wallet actually is with crypto, you know, there we go. And then I would say, I'd take without risking your wallet.com. You know what I'm saying? And then when you say that message, if you said that message to anyone outside of crypto, they'd be like, what? My physical wallet? But if you say that, does that make sense? Context matters in story and hook telling. And so not everyone's going to understand what that is. They don't need to. Not everyone's your market. what you do is you create a message that very accurately describes what someone's going through, and then give them a scenario of how to get out of it, and leave it as an open-ended question with your .com as the answer. That's how I would introduce it to the marketplace. So her question was, what's the best strategy with the new market of crypto? If this was a different question, in terms of like profit with the ups and downs going on, I would just learn about stop losses and shorts. If it's more about how do we introduce NFT to the entire space as a whole, like it's a hook question. Because if you can't be new on a product, you got to be new on the sales message. And if you can't be new on the sales message, you got to be new on the hook. There's a lot of people who sell very similar things out there. First of all, we become as unique as possible at the offer level. Then we just take one step back each time. Here's how I'm going to become new and different in the sales message. Here's how I become very different in the hook. And the hook's going to describe the frustrated. And so what you end up getting is, if let's say 100 people enter into the crypto space, 10% become the diehards forever. And they're never going to change, and they're going to stay there forever. Whatever. Leave them there. Don't try to convert a diehard. 80% of them are going to be like, they're not enough pain to move. All I want to do is talk to the 10% of people. That's where my hook lands. I want to talk to the 10% frustrated. You're not trying to talk to the market. You're trying to talk to a little sliver who are the hot buyers. And the very wildly, disturbingly frustrated people about what's happened to them. And then you swoop in as the answer. That is easy, short distance marketing right there. That is a great opportunity for me to dive on in and say, look, if you guys want to jump on in, go to buyyourfirstnft.com. It is something I will be doing live on July 11th. Here we go. So this is buyyourfirstnft.com. I always try and save the weirdest thumbnail I can. Sometimes pictures are the better hooks than words. This is what we're going to walk through, just like simply setting up the tech, how to identify scams, because they exist on every platform. People are going to scam you on NFT. They'll scam you an email too. Doesn't matter. Adding NFT to a business, that's all I really care about. What's the business sense that we use these skill sets in, right? And I'll teach you how to optimize it. So that's pretty cool. And then if you're like, look, I already get it, I already know it, don't want to go through that, we are launching an NFT. And if you want to get on just the list, this is still the old NFT funnels thing that I had set up, but that'll get you on the list, and we'll send you the notifications for that, which will open up shortly after. So, alrighty, my friends, y'all rock. Get out there, slap socialism, like disgracingly slap it. Backhand, not even front, right? Psh, slap it by going and selling something today. Big old gigantic middle finger to the man. Piss off a socialist. It's my favorite thing to do. Guys, thank you so much. Really looking forward to our 5-day teach-a-thon, if you will. Just go to buyyourfirstnft.com. Would love to have you. And we're excited to do it. Awesome, guys. We'll see you later. And thanks for joining. Next time, if you are interested in me doing your thing, go to cashflowmondays.com. And I'll see you guys next Monday. Go piss off a socialist. Sell something. Rock on.